from what I can say that I witnessed personally, when I lost that $52,000 contract, the first person to call me was Dario. Dario, what letters do I need to write? Who can I contact to let them know this is just a show? He fought for me to still get that contract.
So that's how they get you at the parking.
Exactly.
Hello.
So I'm like, you know what? Let's park next door because that's where I work next door. Finesse. They done caught on to us, y'all.
Yeah.
My sister, we walked out. I leave. She go back in there. She come out. I get a call. I got 2 boots on the Benz, girl. 2 boots on the Benz.
She should just live with you.
2 boots.
Man.
What was the reason why she stayed?
Because she got a little
it was a
boo
dude
up
in
in
there.
there.
Oh, we got a boo. So we letting dudes get the boo. We letting the dudes.
As long as they pay.
Well, we letting the dudes sacrifice us to get the boo. Okay.
Exactly.
I'm just more so mad at the fact that like they didn't caught on to me. Now I'm gonna have to pay the park because where I'm gonna park it? I'm not parking on the street.
Exactly.
That's crazy. Crazy
I
work.
don't know.
Crazy work.
crazy.
Crazy work. Crazy work.
But what's the? You don't like parking on the street?
Well, you know, I don't want nobody to bust my windows out on it.
Girl, you know Atlanta crazy.
Well, you know what?
They
A lot of
bust the
folks been
windows
leaving
out.
their
I
doors
actually
unlocked.
paid to park and got my windows busted.
Yeah, because they been parking
Yeah.
people. They be
Like
doing
parking
that.
garage.
They
Because
be
as soon as I
inside
come out,
job.
they gone.
Inside job.
The people are gone.
Listen, real quick. I literally watched a person that was around me. I didn't know who they was, but they was around me. I literally watched. I sat in the car and watched the dude not bust the windows out because you know people stopped with the they started unlocking their door.
Leaving the door unlocked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what he do is open up the door, pop the trunk, go in the trunk because people thinking like, oh, if they bust the windows, I can put everything in my trunk.
And be fine.
But you unlock the door, so you leave the door unlocked.
Automatic
you go in people's
access to the
trunks and
trunk.
I said, oh yeah,
Oh,
oh yeah, that's crazy.
But a lot of times with I know on most of my vehicles, you can't just, like even with the car off, it's not, the door ain't gonna come up. Like on my truck, you gotta have the car on.
I think
for the truck
we may
to come
have
open.
some newer
I think
models.
there's some. I noticed that a lot of people have been leaving their doors unlocked to stop from breaking.
Yeah, I
and
saw
they've
that
been
on
doing
social
that
media.
too.
Yeah.
So I think they've been kind of dope too. I think they've been kind of fun.
Because the window busted is, I've had my windows busted twice.
But it's the thing though. This is a true story. Somebody left their car unlocked, and I think you were telling me this story.
What?
He was going around going through people's trunks or something like
Yeah,
that.
Yeah,
That's
that's
what I
what you
was
just
just saying.
saying.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he was going
Yeah.
through people's trunks, literally.
You wasn't listening to her what she said?
I
And
thought you was talking about the boo.
No, that's what she was talking
It
about.
was,
But
and then
she
we just
went
got back to
into
that because I was watching
Yeah.
him do it like, is this man open up people? He was like, hold on, I'll be back. I'm finna come talk to you in a minute. Let me go check some stuff. And I'm looking like, what he got to check out? He was going through every car in the parking lot, seeing if their door was unlocked and popping their trunk.
See, now I don't know what
and
to
going
do.
through the trunk. Now it's like, what you supposed to do?
Keep it at home.
Back in the day, you had
even
the
thought of it.
You had a trunk thing. You had the little thing where it just pull
Yeah,
up or
yeah,
something.
yeah.
Oh,
Like you just
okay.
pop the little
No,
or
no,
press a little
that's-
button.
I
And
never
the
even would have
inside-
thought about that. Let me go check somebody's trunk.
I never would have thought until I see it with my
never
own
would've thought of
eyes,
that.
and that's why I
But
don't
if
want
you
to
going
park
to
on
the
the
club-
street.
If your life was against, if your back was against the wind, honey, you had to do what you had to do.
Why you just don't go to work? Go make some money. What's going on?
Yeah.
But I mean, honestly, going to the club, what are you bringing in your trunk? Like, if we going to the club, what we putting in
I'm
the
not
trunk?
gonna lie, like
We going to
even
the
My
party.
purse in the trunk.
Right.
I got my purse.
Like,
in
If
women
that's the
we-
case, I
now.
mean, just being realistic. I mean, I'm not saying it's supposed to be that way, but at the same time, we live in Atlanta. We know how it
Women-
get. Why don't you keep it at home? If you're not gonna take it around, why we bringing it out?
women lives in
Versus
that
don't
women
belong to
live
the
in that
trunk.
car though. We be
That's
having a lot of
true.
stuff in our car in our
do.
trunk.
All
But I
five
can't really
of
say
them.
that.
I
Most
got
guys live in
that
their
up.
trunks too. Most
Yeah.
guys live in their trunks too. They really do.
Yeah.
True.
Well, hold on. They
True.
be having clothes.
But if we living in our
Clothes,
trunk, that means we don't need to be in the club. And I'm not
everything
judging anybody. But if we
A
living
friend
in
of
our
mine got
trunk, we
actually
don't
a
need to be in the
portable
club.
shower.
You're a,
Respectfully.
Have you seen the
don't need to
portable
be in the
shower?
club.
Have y'all seen the portable shower?
Hold on, what you mean by portable shower?
So you actually can get a shower in a bag.
I've seen that on a show.
So it's like
I've seen
it's
that.
like a little situation. You pull it up, you fill it with water, and you pull it up.
And you can hang it like
Yeah,
on a
it's sorta
tree, like it can
it's for
shower,
camping.
like yes.
It's honestly for camping.
Man.
Can I?
But you can actually, it's like a whole tent, and the water come out, all that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
It's sort of like that. That people been buying at home too. That the steam room, like that.
Yeah. So
Yes.
it's like that kind of situation.
What kind of huckleberry stuff?
Yeah, what you mean by steam
I mean,
room?
it's like
It's
they pull
Look,
the-
I can't say the other word, but what the
honestly
hecky?
slick, legit. Like you stand on the water
Yeah.
thing,
Wow.
and it literally, it don't drain, but it drains out into the like wherever you at.
So, I mean, is the target homeless people? Like, who is the target
I
audience
think
for
people in the
this?
wilderness
So,
do
The
it.
thing when
Honestly,
you
I
go
think
and
the
you get
steam
something
room-
like that, it's for like camping. It's initially for
Yeah,
camping.
I was like, I seen it in the wilderness. Like people did
Yeah.
that
See,
hang
I was
trees and
thinking
stuff.
people want to lose weight, so they begin like the steamer at home instead of going to the gym.
This is a
Crazy.
shower though. I'm talking about a shower.
oh, that
Like
gotta
a
be like
portable shower.
Yeah.
So that gotta
Literally
be
like in a bag,
They
like how
gotta
you
be for
see
the
like the
homeless.
IV in the hospital,
It's
like
supposed
it's
to
a
be-
shower
hold on.
bag.
It's supposed to be if you're camping. You get it in the camp section.
Perfect commercial. You're sitting at home all day not doing anything. How about you come get the portable shower? Like what?
Yes, man. You better
no.
A portable shower. If you don't get your tail in that bathtub and sit down somewhere.
No.
If you ain't got a tub, what you gonna do?
I mean, that's why I said is the
portable
target.
shower? I ain't never seen it like that, but my joint Pierre, my really good friend Pierre, he has one of those. Like he's the kind of person that was like, damn, like the lotion thing. Oh, I got some. He's that kind of person. Like, oh, Pierre, oh,
We choosing this
my
lifestyle.
watch is dead. And like, he's
I
like,
just
oh,
wanna
I got
know.
a whole connection. Here you go. He's that kind of person.
Whoa.
I'm with you, friend. Like,
What's his name?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
So
choosing
that
this
means
lifestyle.
because my phone died all the
Honey,
time.
ready. There you
My
go.
phone died all the time.
You
My
got
phone
charged?
stay
You got
dead.
so this lifestyle didn't choose you. You
Thank
chose
you.
it.
Thank you. You know what I'm saying? What's
Yeah.
going
I'm
on here?
like, man.
I am screaming.
That's different, Pia. Shout out to you,
It's the
Pia.
portable shower.
Okay, tell me this. But I've only seen it like on an episode of like a show. So at the end of the day, like, do you fill it up yourself or you gotta like
Yeah,
order them or
yeah,
something? Like, this not money. This is like just go get your own water and like fill up your
Yeah,
bag.
you just
Oh,
fill it up,
okay.
and then it's like
Good.
battery.
It's still
operated.
crazy, Pia, but it's no shade to you.
Yeah,
You know what
it's
I'm
battery
saying?
operated. But my thing about him is like, why are you riding around with it? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why do you have this in your truck?
Free showers.
Do you hear me?
That's a good question.
Baby.
Why is she doing it?
Yeah.
Oh,
But I
Lord.
have a
Rolling
question
around
because I want to go
with
see
that.
this movie recently. How do y'all feel about Sinners or Skinners? What was it called? Have y'all watched
Sinners.
it?
I haven't
Right?
seen
Yeah,
it
Sinners.
yet.
I heard about it.
It's
I haven't seen it.
definitely a C.
It's a C.
I
I
love
think every
it.
black person should go
I
watch it once.
love
I'm
it.
gonna have to
down.
go see it.
But
Yeah, I'm down.
honestly, it was a lot going on. Like it was a lot going
See,
on.
I'm into movies. I'm really detailed. There was a lot going on,
Okay.
but I understood.
I did too, but I'm just
Okay.
saying it's one of those movies that you literally can't scroll. Like you pick
You
up
have
your
to
phone
really
and be
pay
like,
attention.
oh, you know, let me see what's going on social media, whatever the case might be. It's to the point where you
Oh, you
gotta
gonna miss
watch it. You're gonna miss
You're gonna miss it.
what's
Oh.
going on. I saw
See,
it twice.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't
Yeah,
like
fuck,
movies that I gotta really pay attention to. That get on my
Why?
because we ain't in school. I'm here to enjoy. That's not okay for me. Like I just want to
I get
enjoy.
that.
You know what I'm saying?
But I got a treat.
But
Unless
I
some
would- but
deep.
then what's the point of watching it?
Unless
if
it's
you're
something
not
deep.
going to watch it.
Before we talk about
Really?
that,
Like
No,
the
I'm
R.
just
Kelly
saying,
thing,
just-
hold on,
like the
y'all.
R.
Hold
Kelly
on.
thing.
I'm going there.
Spin a block,
Before we
spin a
talk
block.
about that, I want us to go ahead and get to our boy Christian Benoit. He doing Streets of Atlanta. He's doing his thing. We're gonna shoot over to him real quick. Make sure y'all stay tuned. Come back.
Yes,
'Cause when we come back to the
please.
show, we're gonna get
Come
to
on,
ATL
yeah.
Vibes. Take it over, Christian. You got this, boy.
Yo, welcome back to another episode of Streets of Atlanta. I'm your host, Christian Benoit. On Streets of Atlanta, we discuss nothing but the culture, what's going on outside in these Atlanta streets, and it's no better time to introduce my co-host today, none other than Ricky, one of Atlanta's finest promoters out here in these Atlanta streets. What's up, Ricky?
What's up? Well, my name is Ricky Hallman. I'm one of the best club promoters in Atlanta.
Okay.
Everybody knows me from social media. They know I be outside.
Yeah, we be outside. That's actually my clubbing partner. We be outside. That's my buddy. We be outside in these Atlanta streets.
Period. Always.
So today we're going to talk about being safe in these Atlanta streets. Summertime coming up. It's getting warm outside. The outside is definitely open. So we want to give you some tips and some pointers to be safe while you're outside. Definitely we share each other locations. So if they outside at the after hour and I'm on my way home, I know that they good. And then when I wake up, I'll check their location, send that text message. Hey, what's up, homie? You straight? Y'all good? And we go from there. We definitely want everybody to be safe in these Atlanta streets. The biggest thing first is plenty of transportation. A lot of people take ride shares and stuff. So with taking those ride shares, you need to know the tag number. Look at your app and make sure the tag number line up and match. Make sure the driver is the driver who they say they are. I just saw on social media the other day, somebody pulled up and it was somebody totally different, a different car. They knew their name and everything and was trying to get the young lady to get in. She didn't get in the car and she hit the button on there to let Lyft know that that's not the driver that was on there. Then I don't know what happened. The ride was canceled and she went from there. But she also posted on social media just for awareness. Not only is sex trafficking happening, people are doing crazy things outside. So you just want to make sure that you're safe and you're aware. You want to, if you go with a group, do like we do. We leave with a group.
Right.
Me personally, sometimes I get joked on because I'm trailing whoever I'm with and I'm in the club. When I go out and it's not with my siblings, it's with the crew. I'm gonna be right there on ATL and we there. Even when I take my naps. The next thing is making sure that you're aware of your surroundings. One thing that we do, I know particularly when I go in, it's just something that I've been doing. I've been owning nightclubs and going out for a very long time, since like 2002. So I look at the exits and notice what's blocked, what's not blocked. In the event something happened, which way I need to go, my siblings, and I let certain people know outside of Atlanta where I'm at, just in case if something happened, hey, this is what's going on, this is where I'm at. They know to follow up or know that the last place I was at was this place. They know that either I'm out with Ricky and them or I'm out with it's not too many that I'm out with because I don't hang with everybody. What are some things that you do, Ricky, while we out to stay safe in these Atlanta streets?
I'm always texting my friend when I'm in the club. Like, where you at? If you going with somebody, I better know your location and I better know who you with.
At all times.
All times.
Then not even that. So temperatures are rising. There's certain videos that posted on Facebook. We're not gonna show them for graphic reasons and things, but if you do notice yourself getting in an altercation, try to avoid it. We grown. Don't get caught up in the hype and other things and just put your pride aside. Most of us that go out, we got certain things to lose. We got things that we've worked for, reputations we've worked to build, and we don't want to ruin that based on somebody else who don't have nothing to lose because they being cocky, hot-headed. So even though you're intoxicated, still have that level of cognizance to know what's going on and to be aware so that you can make sure you able to go outside in these Atlanta streets and APD don't have you locked up the whole weekend because you can't go out in these Atlanta streets. The next thing is when you're leaving, make sure that when you do get in an altercation, make sure that your people know where you are and the people that you're with, make sure that you know that they're going to either look out for you and make sure you good, or if they ain't going to make sure you good, make sure you know that them not the people that I need to be with if something pop off. There was one incident last week where after they left Bulldogs, someone was jumped by like 4 or 5 different people. There were about 4 people that was in the video with him, and they knew him and they very closely, but they didn't really fight. So I don't know if I could say that. But no, they didn't get into the altercation with them. They were kind of just, hey, no, stop, don't do this. No. Now, at the end of the day, if something do pop off, I'm going to ride with my crew. And we came together, we're going to leave together one way. So make sure that you're out with that particular person or those people. If you don't know those people or fully aware, stay out of trouble, man. Trouble is easy to get into, but hard to get out of. Speaking of these Atlanta streets, we are going to move forward to an event that we have coming up. Being outside, like I said, outside is definitely opening. It's a lot of things that's going on out here in these Atlanta streets. One of the events this Wednesday, May the 14th, calling all the tourists. You got Lil Scrappy from Love and Hip Hop. You got the line dancing, karaoke, comedy, music, food, drinks, literally everything to have a good time right there at 2040 Sylvan Road, Southwest Atlanta. It is the Tourist Bash. Make sure you guys show up. The Real Aunties of Atlanta are hosting it. And speaking of the Real Aunties of Atlanta, guess who just walked in the building? None other than the fabulous, beautiful Miss Nikki Terry. She is beyond talented. How you doing, Miss Nikki?
I'm good. How are you?
Awesome. Hey, I'm good. It's been a good day. We trying to help keep these people safe out here in these Atlanta streets and give them a little pointers and tips. What pointer would you give to someone being outside in these Atlanta streets?
If you are a female, carry you some mace.
Beer mace?
Pepper spray, whatever.
Cause baby,
Carry it. Because these streets, guys tend to get mad if you don't even want to talk to them.
No, I actually.
And that is an issue.
Yeah, and that's true. I ain't gonna get mad because no shade. Hey, I like what I like, and it is what it is. But at the same time, I have noticed and witnessed someone, a peer of mine, dude was talking about her BBL, calling out her name and stuff like that, and didn't know that we were with her as well. I did step in and speak up to kind of protect her, but if she was just there by herself, ain't no telling how it would have went. So that's definitely key, just being aware and having that pepper spray on that keychain.
Yes, definitely be aware of your surroundings.
So, Miss Nikki.
Yes.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you
We
for
definitely
having me.
appreciate you. You be outside in these Atlanta streets. I definitely get the invites and popped up to a few. And you popped up to a couple of my events. I definitely appreciate it.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit more about you today, Ms. Nikki.
Okay, well, so for those who don't know me, my name is Nikki Terry. I am a actress here in Atlanta, and I'm also a real auntie of Atlanta. And I do special effects, makeup, and radio and voiceovers. I do a whole lot of stuff.
Make sure y'all follow her.
So please make sure you follow me, NIKKI_Terry77.
I know I first met you, Miss Nikki, when we were working on Everlasting Spirits. You did some special effects makeup. I was producing Everlasting Spirits, and
Yes,
that was a good production.
Yes, it was.
We also, it was a good thing. Then we went to, when we did the after show, that's when I really got to know you, when we did the interview with the Coliseum.
Yes. That was a good time. Y'all came out. I think it was like 4 or 5 of y'all came out.
Director, it was the director, assistant director, me, one of the producers, and another producer that was on the project.
Yes. So that was a good time, and I appreciate y'all coming out
was.
doing that for me.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We definitely appreciate the invite. Now, with what new projects do you have working on?
So right now I am in the process of filming The Shot House.
Okay.
Which is a Clovely production. I play. Thank you so much. I play the lady named Miss Connie. She's a nosy neighbor. She's a Bible thumping, cussing Christian.
Okay.
She's also 60 plus years old, so I get to wear the little gray.
Okay. You got a great wig.
Yes, baby.
on.
I have
okay.
the great wig. I have
Because I was going to say,
everything.
baby, that face and that skin is flawless. I don't know how you going to play a
Thank you.
60, but
Yes.
60.
So yes, and it's a good time. I get beat up. Yeah, I get beat up by a young lady because I'm being nosy, honey.
Oh,
Being
Lord.
nosy.
I got to watch this.
Yes. So it's gonna be a really good movie.
Okay.
So, and I'm also in The Client, which it's 10 episodes.
Okay.
And I play a lady named Patricia. Now, Patricia has a lot of layers. She starts off, she has 2 young boys, but she's basically a crackhead. She's on drugs.
Okay.
And she gets off drugs, but one of the guys, kind of take her in and clean her up and everything, and she becomes kind of like his second in command crime boss. So
I
she
might have to check that out.
Yes.
I like
Episodes 1 and 2 is on YouTube right now.
Okay.
So check them out. Yes, Miss Patricia.
All right, I'm
She make it do what it do.
Yeah, and another production that you were on, which I actually produced, was a producer on. It's a series on Tubi.
Yes.
The Group Home. Make sure you
Group
guys
Home.
check it out on Tubi, another Clovely production. Shout out to Clovely Productions. The Group Home is a fun series. If you watch it, you definitely will get some good laughs. You want to tell us a little bit about the group home?
So the group home is about an adult. I wouldn't say they have they do have some mental issues.
Max got mental issues.
Yeah, so you have an adult with autism, you have an adult with schizophrenia, you have let's see, who else was it? Max?
Oliver, not
you have one that he's scared aliens gonna take his brain. It's a lot going on. I am the keeper of the home, and I make sure all my residents are taken care of and fine. And they go through this whole transition of trying to save the group home because I'm getting ready to lose it.
Yep.
And they all live there.
And we got to save the group home.
We have to save the group home,
Save
baby.
the group home. No, and that's pretty awesome.
So that's I enjoy it.
Now, back to these Atlanta streets. So,
Yes.
how's it like with hosting with the Real Aunties of Atlanta?
So it is like 32 of us, I think, something like that.
Okay.
So it's a lot.
A lot of different personalities.
A lot of different personalities, baby.
I can imagine what the meeting was like.
A lot. It's like a sorority meeting. It's like going to summer camp. Yes,
Okay.
summer camp. But it's good. Everybody has their own wheelhouse and do what it is that they do, and they just bring whatever it is that they have
Okay.
into the pot, and we make it work.
All right.
So being outside, I met a lot of people, gone to a lot of different functions.
Okay.
It's pretty cool. The parties are great. Make sure y'all come out next Wednesday to the Taurus Bash. It's gonna be a good time. We always have a good time. Aunties always have a good time.
They do. And
We
honestly, working on set with Miss Nikki, I love Miss Nikki. Her personality, the energy, the engagement, like we legit had fun behind it. Probably was more fun and laughs behind the scene than it was on camera that was actually caught. So shout out and kudos and congrats. I know sometimes the hat does get heavy doing a lot of different roles in a sense. How do you manage being a special effects makeup artist, being a host, doing Real Aunties of Atlanta, as well as your production pieces?
So you have to be very organized. I'm a very organized person. I try to make sure that if I'm doing this over here, I get this done first. I don't try to juggle everything at the same time. I get this done, I'm done with that. Get this done, done with that. If you prioritize your life basically in how you want it to run, it works so much better.
Okay.
At least it does for me. I don't know how y'all do, but it worked for me.
Yes, man. Ricky, you quiet. What you got to say?
Well, I do
Come
got
on.
a question. I do got a question to ask you. So,
What you got, baby?
like, can you share something you working on like right now that you're really like expected about? I mean, excited
About yes. So I do voiceovers. I am in a cartoon. It's called The Black Rednecks,
Okay.
and I play a 70-year-old grandmother.
Okay. Look, what that voice sound like? Right.
So baby, it kind of sounds something like this.
Okay.
And I partake in the greenery. I'm one of those grandmothers.
Okay.
And it's gonna be it's about a family living in the mountains of Georgia, a black family. They're the only black family up there. But they own a dispensary, and so everybody has to buy from them.
Everybody in the mountains, such
Yes.
as the other.
Yes.
Oh.
So when
I'ma
is
have
this
to check
expected to drop?
So we just finished putting down the voices for the first and second episode.
Okay.
So it's gone to animation,
Okay.
and once that comes, then hey,
It's going to production.
it's going out,
Okay.
and I'm excited about that.
That's
All
good.
right, awesome,
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Awesome.
You're welcome.
So we definitely are outside of these Atlanta streets. If you have any events that are coming up and you want us to pop up and show up there, make sure you send them in. CB3NYT. Y'all tune in the comments. Tap in the comments. What are some things that you do while you're being safe in these Atlanta streets? Tell us some things and some best practices and some tips that you feel like would definitely help your brother or your sister, somebody that's outside. Because again, at the end of the day, when you leave home, coming back home is such a blessing nowadays. So we want to help make sure that you're able to come back home and be safe, pay attention, even hooking up in a sense. Make sure that you're fully aware of what's going on while you're outside in these Atlanta streets, because there's a lot going on, and we don't want you to get caught up in the statistics. We want you to be able to continue to go out. We want you to pop up at next Wednesday, the Real Aunties of Atlanta hosting Lil Scrappy and the Tourist Birthday Bash. We want you to pop up on Sundays at Truth Midtown, the Purple Dragon. We want you to pop up at Mix on Thursday. We want you to go to Bulldogs. We want you to go to Onyx. We want you to go to King of Diamonds. We want you to go to Blue Fame. But we want you to be safe while you're in these Atlanta streets, most importantly. So make sure that you follow us, like, subscribe, tune in to Streets of Atlanta, ATL Vibes. And y'all got anything else before we go?
No, just be safe out there.
Yeah.
Because these streets
Always
is
stay prayed up.
the streets is street.
They definitely are. But you know what? We can't talk about it, but the big man upstairs is definitely manning upstairs.
Yes, he
so again, we definitely want to thank you guys for tuning in to another episode. Yeah, I don't know where that come from. Typically, all right. So if y'all know the past couple of episodes, we talk about people being sued and all of that right there, Streets of Atlanta. But we're trying to change it up a little bit and give you more of what's going on in the streets of Atlanta. So make sure y'all stay tuned for the upcoming changes. The next couple of episodes, you'll see those adjustments. If you like them, let us know. If you don't like them or you want to go back to it, let us know as well. Talk to me, communicate, because we are here for you, the people that are in these Atlanta streets. Again, thank you for tuning in to Streets of Atlanta. Shout out to Ricky and Miss Nikki. Thank you guys for coming on. And we're going to go ahead and get it back over to ATL Vibes. You ready over there, Marquez?
What's up, y'all? This is ATL Vibes. Thank you, Christian, for doing Streets of Atlanta. You did a great job. I like it. Thank you, LT, for coming out, talking to you, doing your thing. I love it. Also, I'm going to go around, introduce everybody, because as you see, it's a different cast. We're doing something different, swapping things out. I'm going to start with my girl, Stoney. Say something good about yourself.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Stoney B from Memphis, Tennessee. Be looking out for me. I'm everywhere. You can't miss me.
All right, then he got my boy over here, Henry James.
How you doing? My name is Henry J. Also name is Henry James, the strongest win out of Chicago, Illinois, and I'm here to catch a vibe.
All right, let's pass it to my boy Christian.
Hey, y'all already know what the vibes is giving. It's your boy Christian Benoit. Make sure y'all follow me, CB3NOYT. We got a lot of good things coming up this summer. We outside, baby.
And y'all already know me. I'm Marquez, a.k.a. Q. I'm one of the originals. Keep it up. I got a lot of stuff coming from y'all. Music, art, all that kind of stuff. Pass it to Ja Amour.
I am Javon Robertson. Ooh.
All right, let's go.
And I mean,
Trying to get the government there.
right. I was like, oh, I'm Javon, designer behind Ja Amour, the designer to the stars, the queens, and everybody in between. Let's go.
All right, let me get my girl Bex real quick.
I'm Bex, one part owner of the Six Restaurant and Bar and Grill at 904 MLK. Please hit me up.
Please go check that out.
On
It's a good
Sundays.
spot.
Sundays. Oh, we do have good food. You see, I'm big and for no reason.
See, I like to eat.
And I do too, as you can tell.
All right, and Miss Auntie, something you want to say?
What's up? It's your girl Nikki Terry, your favorite auntie. I'm excited to be here on ATL Vibes. Thank y'all for having me.
Thank you
and
for
hopefully
coming.
we're gonna have a good show and make it do what it do.
We're going to have a great show. We're going to make it do exactly what it's going to do. Let's get into some topics tonight. We're going to break them down, get some topics. So let's also talk about how y'all feel about that gorilla kind of challenge going on, that 100-man versus a gorilla. Y'all been hearing about that?
I heard about it, but I don't know what's
Glorilla?
going on.
Gorilla, like a gorilla.
Oh,
I heard about that. Was
Okay.
real? I thought that was fake. That was
That is,
real.
it's fake.
Oh,
it's
okay,
fake.
because baby, you done scared me. I was like, now you got to be
No,
some
the
type
thing
of
is
idiot to fight a
100%
gorilla.
fake. Ain't nobody gonna do that. I
Okay.
feel like ape or gorilla versus some guys, 100, we all gonna lose. Can't nobody win that fight.
Anybody,
come on.
No.
anybody in their right mind thinking they finna beat up a daggone G-Rilla has lost their
You
everlasting
said
mind.
a
Y'all
G-Rilla?
need to go, yes.
G-Rilla.
They need to go sign up for the army
call it
right
gorilla.
now. You think you finna beat up a G-Rilla?
Depends on how much you don't smoke. You might think you can do
So
that.
what made you pronounce it like that?
I did hear the ones that be on Booger Sugar do got like superpower strength.
My shoulder.
Oh.
Are you familiar?
Take them down.
No. But have y'all
You
have
gotta know
not?
what hit 'em.
Come on, have y'all seen any of the TikTok channels about this stuff though? Y'all ain't seen
I
that?
did see one where the guy was saying how the gorilla slung this person down and did this and that. Is that the one you talking about? Because it was quite
Yes.
hilarious.
I ain't gonna lie, I probably got a punch in on a gorilla, but I know I'm going down. It ain't lying for me. I'm going down.
And I want to say they have 1,005, like 4,500 PSI or something too.
What PSI to hit?
I want to say they have 4,500 PSI. Yeah. And if they bite you, their grip strength, they're like
Crushing.
real
Yes.
muscular.
They are
Now I ain't
strong.
finna cap. I ain't finna get in there.
Count me out.
No.
Yeah,
no.
I'll make that phone call.
I ain't doing no nature anything.
Just put me on the side of the road with some bananas.
Tussling with anybody besides a gorilla.
Not a banana.
You hear me?
Sure, I will fight anybody but that.
Besides the gorilla.
Can I call my squad?
It's 100 people. What you need another squad for?
Oh, because my hitters know how to hit.
Then why ain't they a part of your 100?
Look,
You fighting an army of the Lord? I mean, how many people you need?
I might got some. Look, I might got some hands, and I might throw some hands, but I'm telling you, that gorilla gonna feel me. I'm gonna hit him, but I know I'm
really
going
don't
down.
feel
though.
shit.
Tell you right there with Michael Vick on to fight animals.
I'm not even
Stuff.
finna try.
Have anybody ever seen the movie? I want to say it's on the tip of my tongue. No, Bodyguard. How y'all feel about the movie Bodyguard?
Oh, the new body.
The new body.
No, the one with Whitney. How y'all feel about Bodyguard?
Oh, the
Bodyguard was a
The
classic.
actual right. I like
It
it.
was a classic.
Yes.
10 out of 10.
Was a classic.
It's a classic. So how do you feel about Kim Kardashian playing?
That's not a
Kim need
question.
to sit her and her fake butt down. No.
Is that true? Is Kim Kardashian supposed to? Maybe no.
Yes,
When it
came out, and they said Kim Kardashian was actually picked to be Whitney Houston in the release when it come out.
And in the words of the Bodyguard, I have nothing.
Right.
I am behooved.
First of all, she can't even sing. Oh, I cut you off. My bad. Go ahead.
But ain't this like a updated rendition or something? Now I seen the previews and I didn't get into the full detail of it. But this new version is supposed to be like an updated rendition of it, or are they remaking the Whitney? Because if they was remaking it, they need to find like what's her name that played her in her biopic?
Oh.
Remake,
You gotta
rendition,
get
it
the
don't
white
know.
guy, all that. But my thing about it is, it's so many things to be doing. Why are we remaking history? Like,
Honestly,
that was a classic. Like, that was like Matilda. Like, they making all these movies again, and it's like, for what? That's our history. Like, leave that where it is.
Lack
I think
of
the reason
lack
why
of
they are
imagination.
making it- I think the reason why they are remaking movies, because when they remake movies, it's not for our generation. It's for the newer generation. Because they're not going to go back and watch the old stuff. So to get the newer generation to be involved and to watch stuff, they remake it. So
But
last time I checked, they did say they was going to remake it, but it was going to do all new cast. I don't mind a remake. I just don't want it to be with her.
that's very
I don't think that
disrespectful
happens.
to have.
Yeah, especially if
It's
you're trying to
very
entitle or embody a legend.
A legend.
Like that,
Not
you know what I'm
only
saying?
that, but
Yeah,
let's-
you're a legend on your
I
own
mean,
right,
was
but
Jennifer
that's
Hudson not
Whitney.
available?
But
It's
if
not
a
even
remake-
Jennifer Hudson.
No.
But if it's a remake
No.
with the modern day spin, I could if it's a remake with a modern day spin, I could low key see that with Kim and her bodyguard kind of falling into it if they use or play on the same storyline. Like, I could see that, but I can't
Okay,
see.
now I can see that.
I can't see
can see
remaking
that.
the bodyguard
Yeah,
like
no.
the actual original bodyguard. But if they're
Yeah.
utilizing the storyline, I mean that may be entertaining.
I mean, that could
I
be.
agree with that.
I can't see that. I'm
But
sorry.
I mean, I
It's-
watched her in American Horror Story. She sucks.
She can't act. My thing is leave the classics alone. It don't
It'll
matter.
be
It don't
on
matter
Tubi.
how big you put a name in
where
there.
I'm at.
No
That's
shade.
where I'm
Love
at.
Beyonce to death. I did not lead a Lion King with Beyonce in it. I'm sorry. I did.
I agree.
That Lion King remake was it was horrible.
It was horrible.
Leave Lion
I
King was a
didn't
classic,
see it.
and now you trying to do it with Whitney. No, I don't need it. And I love Beyonce. I don't even like Kim K.
And I also
man.
think it's very disrespectful
No,
to
she can't.
even
She
have.
can't at all.
I think it's very even disrespectful to even have a person that's not even African American trying to be that. Like
Hello.
that
Correct.
is not like. Come on, that's one of
Correct.
our
I clap
epitome
for that.
of a black woman. Was
Absolutely.
Whitney
Correct.
Houston?
Yeah.
And you sitting here telling me you gonna put Kim K? I don't care if it was a remake, remake, whatever all the words y'all saying. I don't care. She has no business. Absolutely. I'd rather Oprah Winfrey be.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Whitney from the
I
grave
agree
is not
with
having it.
I have to do more research. On
Okay,
it
so
because-
since y'all doing the remakes, how did y'all? You brought up Oprah. What do y'all think about the when they redid the Color Purple?
I
Horrible.
loved it.
I love
Horrible.
the musical.
Horrible.
I like the
And I'm
play.
gonna tell you the
music.
reason
It
why.
was-
I'm gonna tell you the reason why. I did like the musical. I also like they brought out the more of the lesbian story inside of it. And they brought up more. I mean, they really did brought up more.
Yeah, that was in the
inside
book.
The Color Purple that was really
I
good.
think
But
you're
you
They did
Go ahead.
more of the book.
you missed a lot from the Color Purple with this remake. So let's break this down.
Okay.
Celie was her character. She was never looked at. She was always looked over. That was her thing about Celie. Love Fantasia Death. I am the biggest Fantasia fan.
Correct.
But baby, Fantasia got ham hocks in that back side got them hams in it. She's not being looked over by anybody.
That's
Even when
true,
you
too.
think about the movie, there was like they always say they wanted the sister. He was like, "Well, I never seen what Celie looked like. Bring her out so I can see it." Baby, you see Fantasia. Second of all, I love my girl Taraji. She cannot play that of. She can play any. I hands down think she can play any role. But at the end of the day, in that role where she was supposed to play that whore-like character, it did not transition to me like that.
My girl ain't.
But that character is. So it
Correct.
did not translate well. Second of all, the singer is Fantasia. So she should have played that role.
But Taraji can sing.
Taraji can sing, but she's not the knockdown talent singer, which is what Suge is. Suge was a singer.
But you know what? That's probably the reason why the Color Purple play, did so good.
In the
because
play,
it was
yes.
because she's a singer.
In the play, amazing. However, when you transfer to film, you are losing major things about the movie because you're trying to put these people in these roles because of their title.
Okay, question. When you say that, when she said which one was you said that was looked over again?
Celie was always
Celie.
looked over. 'cause
So
she
you
was
think like a
quote-unquote
Gabby
ugly.
Cinnabay should have did
I'm not saying Gabby Cinnabay, but I'm not saying you pick somebody ugly. Okay, but I'm not trying to be shady. But also on Broadway, Cynthia Erivo also played Celie on Broadway.
Okay.
She would have fit that character because she is not the typical beauty.
Okay.
Everything about Fantasia, from her face to that body,
Is beauty.
exactly. It's
And they
the
really tried to fight hard to cover it.
But did
up.
they?
But you can't cover up that booty.
downgraded her.
No, you cannot.
you can't cover up that booty.
No, you cannot.
But it's also the
Because I get it.
writer's
Because when you look at the movie,
perspective
you still see Fantasia.
and view of it too.
The
so
writer's
we
I didn't
kind of
like
need to get a full understanding from, like, and I'm only speaking for me. I don't read the dialogue of movies and things like that. If I see something and it's catchy, I'm gonna watch it. Or if some friends say, "Hey, this is out," I'm gonna go and watch it. But if I really dug deep into it, even the Color Purple, the dialogue on it or the reason behind them rewriting it the way that they did, they may have explained that to where we could fully understand it and grasp it now. So I would say I need to do a little bit more research, even on the Bodyguard, because I haven't researched the Bodyguard remake or anything like that. I just seen on IG scrolling and seen it. I was like, the Bodyguard with Kim K and the new little boy, okay, that's cool. That's cute that they doing it, and kept it moving because she's working in a sense. And I ain't finna knock nobody bag. So I don't, again, understand the reason or the why behind the remake or the context with it. So my personal thing, I can't fully speak on it. It may be they're trying to showcase something like the LGBT thing with the LGBT thing in the Color Purple.
I did like
They're
that.
bringing that
I did
to.
like
They
that.
brought more light to that because it was kind of washed away
in the original.
in the book. Because I read the book a long time ago, showing my
I read
age.
the book. I like the book. I like the original. I did not like the new version.
I never saw
went
the,
to sleep
the,
at first.
The remake.
Or did we
gone.
highlight the
I
fact
personally
that they were
don't-
gay
I
because it's
personally
trendy?
Don't go see things
No.
like
No,
that.
no.
Like the Lion
wanna
King,
know.
like you were saying, and things like I didn't even put no effort to see it because I'm not. It's still like you're robbing my childhood, so I don't even go and see those kinds of things because it's not. I just I ain't hearing besides you really. I never heard anything positive about it even to be like, oh, I'm gonna go see.
You talking
I'm
about the
gonna
Lion
spend
King?
No, the Color Purple, the remake. You were the
Really?
only person. Yeah, I really never heard anything positive about it. And I know at one point I was told it was flopping. Like, what did it flop?
It did.
Yeah, it flopped.
It's like
Well, I want to give another side of it, coming from a musical background where we did do like a lot of musicals and we went to a lot of Broadways and a lot of musicals. People learn differently. So it's people that I know that never watched The Color Purple because it's so long and nobody really got the attention span to sit there and watch these long movies where we, you know, we would like to see it and watch it. But some people are musical people and they learn differently. So maybe the musical brung those people in to be able to understand like a little bit of what The Color Purple is about or The Lion King is about other than sitting and watching a 10-hour movie.
no.
Because this generation is definitely different.
Yeah, the short
It's true, but it's not. I like musicals, and I like the musical itself. But I think the casting on there was not good.
You don't think it fitted?
The casting for certain characters did not fit.
And they cut out some of the main parts. Like
They
the
did.
main good parts was missing.
Piggy-
At one
They
time, I
did.
went to sleep after that.
Piggybacking on what you was talking about with the attention span, I had looked at it was a while ago, it was years ago, but everybody that know me for real, I'm a trap queen. I love all the trap music. Always
Trap,
been that,
trap,
always
trap.
been that girl.
Always.
But it's to the point where Future said that because he was asked a question like, "Why are your music 2 minutes long?" He was like, "People don't have an attention span. I'm trying to catch you, catch the mute. I want you to catch the beat because the beat gonna kill you. Catch the beat. I'm gonna say anything on the track. It don't even have to go together. But because the beat is nasty, y'all gonna bop to it. But it's 2 minutes.
Okay.
And you think about it, every song that he really do be 2, almost 3 minutes. That's it. Even with Drake and all of them, like if you pay attention, all of their music be, and it's nothing memorable, honestly. Like I bop to it, don't get me wrong, but it's nothing memorable.
It's short,
And I
simple,
do
to the
wanna-
point.
I do want us to keep going and get to the next topic real quick. I do want us to get to this Beyonce and Blue Ivory and the what's her concert she was doing right now? Cowboy Carter or something
Cowboy
like
And
that.
it's Ivy, not Ivory.
Blue
Put some respect on
Ivory.
her name.
But this how I feel about it, because I feel like nobody really wanted to listen to this last album. I feel like she had better albums. So I feel like this album, to me, it kind of flopped a little bit. I also feel like the only reason why her ticket sales doing great in Atlanta is because of her kids. I really feel like she used her kids because everybody want to see Blue Ivy. Everybody want to see her little daughter. So she bring them on stage, let them dance, because people are living for that. They want to see that. So I feel like she's kind of like using them to get to the bag to get that money up a little bit. But I could be wrong. How y'all
You
feel
know.
about it? Yeah.
Don't. We not about to go down that road.
Not the Beehive
Yeah,
in the building.
We not about to go down that road.
Let me be
Now,
quiet.
I am a Beyonce fan. I do not think she does not. I'm not one of the people that think she does not do no harm. I think some of her stuff is not it. I was not a big fan of this album.
Okay, so you could agree. You was not
But
saying that.
as far as her kids being on that tour, you saw Blue Ivy on Renaissance. And she loved what she was doing. Her growth from beginning to the end of that
It was
tour
good.
was there. She is doing what she wants to do. Her mama ain't said, I want you to go out there.
No, I think
Beyonce even
think
said,
she
I would put my
pushed
child
her.
out there if
I think
she wanted
pushed her
to
a
be.
little bit. Because it's gonna help her grow. It's gonna help. It's gonna help
her
Blue Ivy
grow?
and also gonna help her. Help Beyonce grow too with that little
Okay.
money.
No, not that. So here's my whole take on it. And I'm not in the Beehive. I'm in no way in the Beehive,
Hold
but
on,
I
can
enjoy
can
music.
say this one thing?
Go ahead, baby.
It's okay.
Because I was feeling
You
some
want
other
to
way.
tickle the gays? Talk about Beyonce. Do not talk about her.
That
It's
part.
okay.
But we're not going to come for the
It's an
kids,
opinion.
though.
It's
It's not the kids. We can't put on
But yeah, I don't think it's
Because
the
if your
kids
mama could
because-
get you a job,
Children.
exactly.
But no,
if your mama could get you a job, would you take that? Would you go to the interview?
Yes.
Okay, then. So we're not gonna talk about Blue Ivy because you just did the same thing.
Ooh.
Right, it is, and guess what? If I was up there in the age too, I would use mine. Put them
But-
up there, help her grow, because people gonna want.
But see, that's true, and that's the difference because Beyonce actually didn't want them in the spotlight. Now, like I said, I'm not in the Beehive, but I do pay attention.
See the one that's for real, dude.
This is the first time you
but
really
it's-
saw her. First time you
Because you
really
don't
saw
see
her.
her in public.
Yeah, Rumi, but she want to protect her. Now, I did watch something that was on, and I read it on IG, where she kind of want to protect the kids' innocence because
Definitely.
the internet is ruthless.
Definitely.
Like the internet will tear you
Absolutely.
apart. And Blue Ivy experienced some of that on the Renaissance tour
She
where they
did.
ate They ate her alive.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of her getting, and she said it in an interview or something, instead of her taking that negatively, she turned it around and came back out there. Now on the Cowboy Carter tour, showing y'all that she can eat it, she can
But
do
was
it, and she
doing
can
that.
survive.
Like the first couple of ones, she was real bad. But like further down the line,
She got great.
She got better, much better. And she was doing pretty well. But like now you can tell her growth. You know, from what I've seen online anyway. I can't afford
You've
those
been kind of
tickets.
quiet, Auntie, so how you feel?
I'm not a Beyonce fan.
It's okay.
Okay. You don't
I am not that diehard. But I'm just
No,
saying.
okay,
because you
so-
went through the throat. Like
She
bitch, what?
cool.
Like,
I listen to it on the
sir,
radio.
no
I've
ma'am.
never bought
Yeah.
any type of downloaded any type of music, bought any type of album. I've never been to a concert. Just Beyonce, just not my thing.
Mm-hmm.
However, I think with Blue Ivy, I think she likes the spotlight. I think she enjoys it. I don't think her mother is pushing her to do it. I think her mother's seeing that she likes to do it and encourages her to do it.
And they always encourage the children.
Not even that,
Yeah.
it's a legacy, and you got to look at what
Definitely.
she's building and in the future.
Definitely.
Like this baby from
She is
this,
building a
everybody's
legacy.
saying
Beyonce's
she's a
about
tour
to end. She's
manager.
almost at
But
the
because-
end.
I mean, 'cause
like,
you
she's
have to
not
look
doing
at
it
it.
no more.
She's
Like,
done
she's still doing it. Don't get me wrong.
almost
But I'm
everything.
saying that she's getting to the point where she's gonna sit back and let her.
Yeah, but
legacy
you have
go.
to look at that. Blue Ivy also, she has producer rights on an
Yeah, she
album.
do.
She
She got an
has
award for something.
for
like a
her
show or
voice
something,
on
right?
The Lion King.
Beyonce set up.
Yeah, so she has
did.
she has all these things going on, and she like it. So if
She do.
your child likes something,
Encourage her. And that's a good thing.
I encourage mine. Do what
That's
you
a
do.
great thing.
Absolutely.
And now since we are talking about celebrities, because, you know, since we're talking about Beyonce, Blue Ivy, and they doing their legacy, let's talk about this gala and get into these looks.
Cause they ate.
Summer 8. How y'all feel about this look?
Love it.
Love
I
it.
mean, I love
Love
it.
it.
Only because it's Tiana Taylor, but the look is just, it's giving
It's
me.
damn
It was
I
celebrate
mean-
the point of the gala was to celebrate black, and they did.
Black
Black
Taylor.
did.
I like Tiana Taylor. It to me,
Just a clean look. I like the black. I like the
Tiana
white.
never misses, and
Very
neither does
clean.
for
Who
real.
is
And I
that?
don't think she get enough.
Oh, that's
they could have stayed at home.
I do not like this look. I do not like this look at all whatsoever.
She grabbed the comforter and said, "Baby, let's go. We late."
right off the bed and just put it up.
But Cardi did
Yes,
that same
baby.
That's the
thing.
queen.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah,
Hold
now
on, but you gotta get
Diana
the
I'm
train.
sorry.
You didn't
He had
get
a
the
30-foot train.
though.
Y'all gonna
30 or
hate me.
40 foot. I can't remember.
This is the
Yes.
thing.
Okay.
I will say this.
Okay.
And she's
Behave
80.
Hold on, let me hold
Exactly.
on. Don't switch the picture. We gotta go back. Okay, so
Go
think
back
about
for
this
engineer.
about Diana. I love the coat to a T.
Okay.
However, the theme this year was black tailoring. The dress under the coat was not tailored well because there were several times that it moved and it was a little too loose for it to be tailored. But the coat was flawless. The look is flawless. But for the concept of the Met Gala, I did not like the dress underneath the coat. I just have to say that.
Now,
Fashionista.
That was
I have to
perfect.
give it
Coming
to Carly.
straight from the
Carly did her
stars and in
thing.
between.
Taylor McGay. It gave everything. It gave excellence.
But Cardi always served looks.
Yes, she does.
She do.
But you just said something about someone said something about a comforter. She did a comforter one time,
Oh, you know what she did.
but
She
y'all
did.
didn't like the comforter.
It worked for her.
It don't work for everybody.
It did not work for
It don't work for
everybody.
everybody.
Some things ain't for everybody.
Exactly.
Oh,
I guess it's the one the
got it.
pinstripe comforter.
Man, it did
got
not work for everybody.
Yeah, everybody ain't able, like they say.
Listen.
Honey.
No, everybody is not.
Cardi
able.
always served looks though.
She does. She does.
I know it's not on the screen or whatever, but I know my favorite was LeBron James' wife, and nobody thinks that she looked good, but she served that look
what
for
did it
me.
look like? Oh, was
She looked good.
It was the burgundy.
Yes, the pinstripe at the top, the little see-throughs, mesh.
To me, the best.
I loved it.
The best I liked it. I'm a Nikki fan. I think Nikki served. I think it gave
Absolutely
great.
not.
She did serve
we
100%.
didn't see
It was
it.
suit. It was gala. It was everything.
I
gotta
didn't
give it
like
to
the
Coco.
bottom.
I
I'm
can't
gonna give
remember
the
what
Nikki.
she had on, so it must didn't affect me.
It was a flare
Coco
skirt.
Jones had on a nasty outfit.
It
That's
was
all
a
I can say.
bodycon. It was like a
Coco
bodycon
Jones.
skirt, and at her knees it flared out.
I didn't expect it from Nikki.
What's that called,
A
Jay?
big old brooch flower just sticking out.
Yes, come on, flower.
Yeah, it was just put together.
Yeah, it was a flower.
It was
Well, you
just
know,
put
I'm a-
together in pure Nikki
I'm
style.
a
It
Nikki
was
fan,
just
so
put
I'm
together.
gonna vote for it. I'm always
Put
there.
together.
Nikki your Beyonce?
Put together.
Is your Nikki your Beyonce?
Nikki was put together.
Is Nikki your Beyonce?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, me?
Oh.
Yes, you.
Nikki is definitely my Beyonce.
Okay.
She is. I rock with her. But this was Streets of Atlanta. There was some hot topics that we just want to talk about. We're going to take a break real quick. Make sure don't not walk away. Make sure you come back because we're going to get into Ja Amour, get some interviews, some questions, some good stuff like that.
Go ahead and
stay
like, subscribe, and follow while y'all on this break. Go ahead and hit that
on
subscribe
all
button.
social media platforms, Facebook, YouTube, all that good stuff. Hey, ATL Vibes.
Sunday Funday.
Welcome back, y'all. This is ATL Vibes. Now we're going to do our interview portion of the show. I'm going to ask Ja Amour some questions, introduce him to y'all, good stuff like that. So, Ja Amour, so I do know you was on Chasing Atlanta. You did your thing on there. You also got a couple fashion shows you're working on right now. You also have, I think you also did something with Sheen too one time.
I have done a lot. So right now I am currently working on, I can officially announce it, I will be in Columbus, Ohio Fashion Week. Columbus, Ohio is actually number 3 in the United States for fashion, and I will be opening the fashion show, their fashion week for the High Fashion Sea Brunch this year.
Oh,
September 14th.
Congratulations. Is there a ticket or where people can get their tickets if they want to
Follow
go?
Columbus Fashion Week. Everything has not been posted just yet, but I can officially announce that I will be doing the show.
Awesome.
Okay,
And
congratulations.
Chasing on, for you being on Chasing Atlanta.
And like TBT, did you make these?
No, these came from Fashion of the Novas.
Oh,
Okay.
there's nothing wrong with that, but it's there. I love them.
Thank you.
And it's
Who's your favorite person on Chasing Atlanta that you like to work with? You don't mind working with, stuff like that.
My favorite person on Chasing Atlanta. Okay, so my favorite person season 5, I would actually say Rico with the K. Rico with the K was my boy. Season 6, I'm gonna say Drew Nail. Even me and her had a love-hate relationship, but that is always my girl. Like I would say I talk to her more than anybody after filming, even during filming.
Anybody got some questions for me?
I got one. Did you learn anything from being on Chasing Atlanta? Like anything positive, anything that could have impacted your life in a positive way, or any learning experiences?
There was a lot of learning experience. I would definitely say that. One, remain calm, because sometimes I learned from season 5, baby. Sometimes my mouth will get the best of me, and they don't even know why I'm going off. I'm just going off. I lost a $52,000 contract on season 5 because of somebody on the show. So I've learned to keep my things very tight-knit into myself. Long story short, I sat on the board for a National Kids Mentorship Program.
Oh, awesome.
And I was sit on that board for about 7 years. And I was asked to do their kids' clothing line that they had coming out. And
one door open.
Another one closed.
And then a cast member said that I did,
That's right.
and that went out the door. So did that.
Oh,
But I
wow.
will say, what's for you is always going to be for you.
Go ahead.
Because
Absolutely.
from being on Chasing Atlanta, I've done Forbes Magazine, the Black Congressional Caucus, and they all found me. I didn't find them. So I will say, you never know who's watching you. Just be yourself at all times.
How did you get started into fashion? Like before you even started Chasing Atlanta, before you started doing reality TV, like how did you get into your passion, like doing clothes, all that good stuff?
So for me, I was actually in the medical field. I graduated high school as a medical assistant. I was working as a medical assistant since 2008. And I was like, I loved my job, loved what I did. And one day my supervisor, she looked at me, she's like, you look like you don't want to be here. I said, I don't. And
Yeah.
she looked at me, she said, are you working for your circumstances or are you working for your destiny? The next thing I went up, I
That's
was
a good
like,
one.
Huh.
That's a good one.
the next thing I was like, I'm gonna go to school for fashion. I don't know where it came from. It just came out my mouth. And then a friend of mine was like, yeah, girl, you gonna make my birthday dress. I said, girl, I know how to make clothes. And I touched the sewing machine the first time in July 2012, the night of BT Awards, and I debuted my collection that September.
Awesome.
That's wonderful.
Let's go.
That's kind of like the beginning was like kind of my story. I was working a retail job, and the guy came in. He had been coming in for years. Like he had came into. I worked at Racetrack. Shout out. For years, and the dude had saw me for years and came up to me and was like, "You not happy here, are you?" I said, no, I'm not happy here, but I've been there a while. So he was like at least 5 years at that point. And he was like, well, I'm a truck recruiter. And I'm like, okay. And that's how my trucking adventure began. It was just like that situation where I just didn't like the job. I didn't know where my life was going. I know I didn't want to sit at a retail job, but I didn't know where or what to do. I didn't want to go back to school. I really didn't. I'm not a schoolgirl, so it was just like, what am I going to do? And that stepped in my path to create my future, because I wouldn't be here without that. So, absolutely.
Okay, that's dope.
I had a question for you real quick. So, being on the reality TV space, a lot of times viewers only see one person, one view of you while you're on the show. What do you want viewers to know of Ja Amour outside of what they saw from Chasing?
I don't want you to know. No shade. My thing. Okay, so
Here
I'll
we
be
go.
honest. Me,
So you don't want
That was that was your opportunity to clean up anything that was.
I'm being real because this is my thing. For me, I didn't come on the show to be a celebrity. I didn't come on the show because I want everybody to walk down the street and know my name. For years, you don't know my name, but I guarantee you, y'all done see my work. So my thing was when I came on the show, y'all don't know Javon. Y'all know Ja Amour. That's my brand name, and that's the name that I put out there. So for me, season 5, I did nothing but work. Y'all saw no personal stuff about me. Dario put me back for season 6. He's like, I'm bringing you back, but we gotta talk because I need some personal stuff. So some personal stuff, it didn't go my way.
Though. I really like that. I really like that because my personal is my personal, and whatever I want you to view is what I want you all to see. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate that because I'm very.
But did you get
private.
nervous because they brought you back and said that I want something more personal? Did you be like, okay, well they think I'm boring, they might get rid of me? Like,
I mean, I didn't give a they got rid of me because my thing was I said I'm coming back. I'm coming to show my work, and that's the one thing I want to show. So when I came for my interview for season 5, baby, all that was laid out. It was like, this is what I'm doing. I'm doing this, da 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 da.
So your storyline,
everything was done.
Yeah.
So for me, when it came for season 6, it was like show my personal. So I was like, I really don't know if I want to do that. How I'm going to do that. But one thing about me, I was always transparent. I never hid anything. So for me, season 5, I spent $10,000 on my fashion show that y'all saw on season 5. I had a 3-floor story. All 3 floors I had was mine at that studio, at that fashion show that was on Peach Street, right by the Ritz-Carlton. That block ain't cheap to rent nothing out. So literally, I paid that money. What happened from that? My lights were cut. My gas got cut off. I sacrificed. And when they tried, and I will even say, like, even when me and Troy got into it on that episode, Troy was like, things happened. I said, you can say it. My lights got cut off. My gas was cut off. Why? Because I want y'all to know the struggle. I don't want people to watch this and be like, oh, well, he made it, but I don't think I can. No, I'm doing this so that way people who like me, who have people who was like, baby, stuff is rough. And I was always transparent. Like, even when it came to season 6 and with my relationship, just being honest, we filmed, my trip to Chicago was actually filmed before the cast picnic, the cookout that was at Rico Castanight's house. So my breakup, after that was filmed, Dario flat out was like, do you want to show this on, like, we can't edit this out, like, this beginning season, we ain't filmed the group scene, no nothing. I said, no, this is my life, air that shit, I don't give a I don't care, my life is my life, and if I'm going to step up in front of a camera, I'm going to give you my authentic side of it.
Gotcha.
So include the air. I'm sorry to cut you off on the breakup. If people are not aware on what happened between you and your ex.
So me and my ex were in a relationship. I feel, and still to this day, I still feel like he was unfaithful. I will say at the end of the day, my ex was a good dude. Wholeheartedly, he was a whole man. He was a man. He took care of everything. Like literally, if I tried to open my wallet, he wasn't having that. Like literally, my check engine light came on.
Love it.
Come back to the house. Take my car. From that day forward, I was driving a Range Rover every day. To and from work, didn't matter what. He was filling up the tank. Like, he made sure I was, like, he was still a good dude. Don't get me wrong. Things went left in our relationship. At the end of the day, he was still a solid dude. It just, we both had things that we should have worked on, that we needed to work on, and it just didn't work.
Okay. I think we're going to end up playing something for you.
Forced or feel like you're being forced out by a network, it sucks. And especially when you don't know why. I felt like I was in a particular network and I felt forced out. And I'm like, why? Why are you kicking me out? Like, and sometimes we just don't want your ass around no more.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know,
okay.
I always tell people, because I was a part of, the same network that you're referring to. And trust me, I felt the day where they was like, "Oh, girl, we sick of her. We finna get rid of her." And,
I knew my day too. I
and
knew the
that's when
exact moment.
I had went to work in my mental space and was like, "Okay, well, if my day is a number, let me get as much as I
Let
can."
me do some things around
Oh
here.
yeah, let me do my own tip tapping. So that when y'all close the door on me, baby, I don't feel no way about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, "Oh, girl, I got what I needed and some, and did." You know what I mean?
Close the door and walk me right into another door. Speaking of, you guys catch Bad Boys season 10 on Gemini Films this week. Episode 2.
Oh, that's so amazing.
Thank you, baby. Yes, we had a good time over there with those children. They remind me of like the Zeus and the Now There's TV kids. They wow.
Okay. There was Oliver Twix with an interview he did recently. And that's some of the things we want to talk about. How do you feel about Oliver Twist? He was always painted as being the victim. Well, being a villain. So, is it true? Was he always the villain? And who was the villain on Chasing Atlanta the most of the time?
Oh, y'all gonna hate me. They gonna hate me when I say this. Oliver is great for. Don't get me wrong. I actually like Oliver outside of the camera. Oliver is good for cameras, but to be honest, Oliver is not the biggest villain of Chasing Atlanta.
And who's the biggest villain of Chasing Atlanta? I mean, do tell.
Dun dun dun.
I will say the biggest villain on Chasing Atlanta. I cannot. If I say, I would end up telling people's personal business that they never brought to camera. But I will honestly tell you, Oliver Twix is not the biggest villain on Chasing Atlanta. I will say that wholeheartedly. It is a cast member, a popular cast member, but they are the biggest villain. It is not Oliver Twix.
How and why? Inquiring minds want to know how and why. Who?
So
What
the
makes them
thing
the
about
biggest
the
villain
thing
without
why I
calling
say there's someone else who was a bigger villain is because they would do a lot of things and get away with it, and they would do a lot of things, and because they were slick with how they can communicate, they got away with a lot of stuff.
And you're not free to really tell us the name of that, is you?
I'm not, because y'all would ask questions, and then literally I would end up having to tell people's business, and if they didn't bring it on camera, I'm not bringing it on camera. No shade.
Oh, well, speaking of that, because you did brought it up, how do you feel about Rico Cascadine? He did brought it up. He was the only person from Chasing Atlanta that is working. And also, he also slept with your ex. So how you feel about both of them two?
What ex?
The one from the show, season 6, season 5, something like that.
He said, "I ain't got no, and no, ain't got me."
If he has, then he had. If we talking about the ex from season 6, then he had some amazing. That's all I can say. My ex was great in bed. I will say that. As far as that really has nothing to do with me. That's between them. I haven't heard about it. I will say that if that did happen, I don't know, because Rico is not the first person who has tried to have. Rico is not the first friend of mine who has tried to be with him.
Okay.
And he had told me about certain people and showed me receipts. Rico's name never came up. If they did it, they did it. That ain't got nothing to do with me.
Wow.
The ones that did come out that was allegedly supposed to be your friend, do you consider them still a friend?
No.
That's not friendship.
You know the gays, we love to play
But
that
that's
word
not
friend.
friendship.
And see,
Oh, well,
but see, let me
that's
say it.
not
I got talked about
that's
season
not
5, because season 5 I got talked about for saying we not friends, we just.
Exactly.
So I'm just saying. I'm sorry. We not friends. We just
screwing.
bumping purses.
Okay. And speaking of bumping purses, if I can be a little messy, are we playing top or bottom when we are getting activated?
It depends on the person.
Depends on the person.
It depends on the vibe they give me.
Gotcha.
It's getting spicy.
It is getting spicy.
Gotcha.
Okay, not too long ago, we had the pleasure of interviewing Dominique, who was part of Chasing Atlanta. And I want to say he's also coming back to the new season. Chasing Atlanta is coming back. And it was a lot of mess when it came down to that. Do you think Dominique can hold his own when it comes down to stuff, or?
Definitely. Dominique can hold his own. I honestly, a lot of people overlooked it and felt like Oliver was the center of the show. I really feel like it was Dominique. Dominique can hold his own show. I'm pretty sure if Dominique wanted a spinoff, he could have his own spinoff and hold it.
I can see that.
I definitely agree.
I can see that.
Because Dominique will give you looks, he will give you business, he will give you the mess, he will give you the clean it up and fix it.
Maybe like
Dominique
a
can
little
hold
peek
his
on the
own.
dating life, just like a little peek. Yeah, I can see that. He gives you more than just one.
And what's the drama? What's your thoughts on the drama with the creator of Chasing Atlanta with his cast? The drama, all that drama that been going back and forth, and everybody been saying it on TTB, all that good stuff, like the drama, like. And you was on the show, so you can talk about
I was
it.
on the show, so I'm gonna be honest, and I don't give a damn who don't like it. When it comes to Dario, you signed up to do a show. At the end of the day, you are contracted to do a show. We are all here to do certain things. At the end of the day, what you put out there is what you put out. I can't make you do nothing on camera that you ain't do yourself. I can't make you say something on camera. Now, because I was on there, Dario might say, hey, we need to talk about this today on camera, and we're about to roll. Okay, but guess what? We got to move a show along, because if not, y'all don't want to have conversations. It's going to leave the viewers, okay, well, what they got into a fight last week, but now y'all don't want to talk about it? No, so things aren't going to happen. You signed up for a reality show. At the end of the day, all reality shows are scripted reality. And the reason why I say scripted is because in real life, after we talked about that fight one time, we ain't about to have 6-7 conversations about it with several groups of people. That's not real life. But because we're on the show, I'm telling you, this is what we need to talk about. Now, what you talk about and how you address it is all up to you.
Right.
Now, I will say this. I can't speak for anybody else's experience, but from what I can say that I witnessed personally, when I lost that $52,000 contract, the first person to call me was Dario. Dario, what letters do I need to write? Who can I contact to let them know this is just a show? He fought for me to still get that contract. And I told him, no, I got this. There was another cast member who tried to paint Dario out as, oh, he did this to me and he did this. He want me to make me look bad. But no, because in real life, season 6, you was on there talking about my dad when my dad passed away.
Oh, wow.
But he edited that out. So that way you didn't look bad. And for the real, I took the L because everybody was like, well, you didn't have this energy when you was going off on so-and-so that time, but now you sitting down with Tony and you going off with, baby, I had that energy, but that part of that scene was cut out. So let's be real. You can't get mad that you did something on screen and now you want to take it back. Them cameras is rolling. You knew when you got that call sheet, when I step out this car at 6 o'clock, whatever happens between now and I leave, baby, it can be aired.
And Dario got one job to do: produce a good show.
That's
it.
And not trying to be funny, but who didn't come back the next season? Because everybody on there at this point, up until season 6, has done more than one season with exception of Tony. So if it ain't Tony that's complaining, you already knew what you signed up for and you came back for another season, correct?
Correct.
Okay, then. So in the conversation. So at the end of the day, you got what you wanted, but you didn't think you was going to get it the way you got it.
Right.
So let's move on.
You.
Okay.
Also, I want to know this. Who on Chasing Atlanta, who do you feel like was just chasing Atlanta and who was actually chasing their dreams? Like, who was actually trying to put in the work?
Who's getting to that bag?
Y'all gonna think I'm trying to play devil's advocate, but I'm gonna be honest. And this is one thing that I've realized. People chase differently. I chase mentally. So my thing is, I introduced certain things I was doing in my brand. I introduced my wine. I introduced my shoe line season 5. But then for me, okay, I got to look at numbers. Am I really going to have an ROI? That's return on investment for people who say they're entrepreneur. Don't know. Anyway, am I going to have that return on investment for me to continue to push this money into this? If not, what else am I about to pivot to while I got these cameras on me? And how can I make the most of this? Other people, I got it on, so I'm just going to push out anything. I'm going to say I'm doing this, and I'm going to push it out and push it out. So yes, we are all chasing, but some people chase differently. Some people chase with the mindset of a true entrepreneur of, I need to stop and figure out what's making sense for my money. And some people's like, I need to just push stuff out because if once I get it out, eyes are on me, and that's all that matters. No, baby, because if I push something out, it's going to be done correctly.
Wow.
Especially
And that was
when
a great answer.
Especially when your name is involved.
Especially your name involved.
A lot of people try to do it until something stick. So I get
Exactly.
whatever happens, whatever stick, then I do it.
At the end of the day, that means follow your dream, try to do what you got to do. And it was lovely having you on the show.
Thank you.
Can I get one question in? I just want to know. Speaking of chasing, very, very quickly. If you could work with any celebrity as far as designing a piece, who would it be?
Who would it be? I don't even know that lady's name. No, I would never design for Beyonce. I love Beyonce, but the reason why is this. If I get to design for a celebrity, I'm going to design for a celebrity who always looks a mess on a red carpet. And the reason why I say that is because if I dress you right one time on a red carpet, that's the picture that's going to be used all the time. Yeah. Right now, you pull up, I need to find a picture of Beyonce. You got 30,000 pictures to choose from. Yeah. But if I pick somebody who jacked up, you got one picture, and that's the picture that's always going to be used. And guess what? My name is going to be tagged on that every single time.
Well, whatever celebrity you thinking of, she got to be jacked up on the runway all the time. So we need to figure out which one of y'all looking jacked up on this runway.
If Jay Moore touch you, you look the man.
Look the mess. But once again, this is ATL Vibes for our family to yours. Peace out. We had a great show. Make sure you follow on social media, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, everything we on. Follow, subscribe, support us, show us some love. We're going to show it back to you. Good night, y'all.
Good night.